Hey everybody. Today I want to talk about something that is very common, though it's not popular in many ways. Um, and it's about pain in our lives, getting through pain. How do we get through pain? So recently I went through a pretty painful situation, and I've been through a lot. I've been divorced as a, single dad with 4 kids, which is tough. I've had close friends commit suicide. I've had business people rip me off, take money, financial losses, business failures. So a lot of different things. And some of these things, business failures, sometimes you see it coming. People ripping you off, you don't always see it coming. Sometimes you catch it later. And then, things like suicide or some breakups I did not see coming that I thought were going well. Others were going bad, and I kind of saw, it's maybe on the horizon. But either way, I think there's kind of two kinds of pain. You have things that are done to you, and then there's things that, are maybe more your fault. And there's something in the middle. But obviously, if a friend commits suicide, that's not my fault necessarily. In fact, the friend I'm talking about, I think I tried everything I could with him and no one saw it coming. So he wasn't talking about it or anything like that. It was a sudden thing. Other things, maybe we, let's say, marry someone because they pressured us into it, or we don't want to be lonely. And then that usually comes out at some point in the form of, divorce, unless people really want to work on it. Or it could be like a codependent relationship. But the point being is that, or sometimes like business, right? Like if you're ripping people off or, not being ethical, it may catch up to you at some point. So some failures and difficulties are pretty much on us. Some are things that happen to us. And there's different types of painful situations. So out of my most recent pain, I wrote this book. It's Getting Through Pain and 12 Steps to Making Painful Situations Suck Less. And the reason I wrote it, it's kind of a play on words or what have you, because, pain's a part of life. There's no real 12 steps to like a pain-free life, and always be positive. And I would even argue, if you don't process the pain, then that is, going to catch up to you. So this is something that, and life doesn't have to suck, but pain sucks, right? So this is practical steps to make the painful situation suck less. So if a friend commits suicide, a breakup, something kind of sudden, obviously there's going to be some shock, some panic, some fear. And some of these methods or steps are like that day one pain. This is kind of the first chapter, is just that, it just happened, you're in shock, what do you do? And one big thing is talk to someone. Hopefully you have a trusted friend, a trusted family member, because you can really get lost in your own head and feel like maybe you're gonna go crazy. Like personally, sometimes I'll feel almost like that chest pain. It's like a knife just went in and, it's gutting you, and you're just like, no. I remember my friend committing suicide, and crazily, I saw this picture, rest in peace, from a good friend of ours, but a really good friend of his, on social media. And I was just looking at it like, no, there's no way. It's almost like you knew it's not a joke. You knew it happened, but at the same time, you're also thinking like, no way, I just can't even handle this. And I just like, you almost hyperventilate. You can, my like chest really wells up, and I pace a lot. I pace just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Or, oh my gosh, they're trying to steal the money. They're trying to do this. And I'll just get hypervigilant. So the first part is about, I've gotten oxygen recovery tanks for workout to get deep breaths, talk to people. I have some close people, and sometimes I'll reach out to all of them and just be like, because they know my life. So I'll be like, oh my gosh, so-and-so, he took his own life. Or, oh my gosh, she all of a sudden broke it off. Oh my gosh, there's another guy, or whatever it is. So point being is, don't isolate, talk to people. Don't go hit the bottle and get all wasted. You have to calm yourself down. So these sort of things in chapter 1, it's related a lot to practical things to kind of calm your body down. And for me, just talking to someone takes the edge off. And after that, there's other things such as exercise, right? So there's a process. There's that right when you find out the thing is happening, and then there's over time what you have to deal with. Things like processing pain and grieving and actually feeling it. So those are kind of serious steps, if you will. In between, there's also, I didn't really put them in order just because I didn't want all the serious ones and all the kind of more simple ones. Simple ones being like move, get out there and work out, exercise. It makes you feel better. You feel like you're accomplishing something. Find a new skill, progress at a skill. When I got divorced, I went from 5 other people in the house half the time to 0. And I would lay down and I would be thinking, what am I going to do? Oh, maybe I'll go out and hang out with a friend. Oh, wait, they're all married with kids too, and it's a weekday. Or, oh, I'm gonna go, work so hard and accomplish all these business things, and it just sort of wouldn't happen. It's like I couldn't get there. And then I would sit there, and then after an hour, I was mad at myself for wasting time. And I knew a friend that did martial arts, so I started doing kickboxing and jujitsu. Really got into it, especially jujitsu. And so that helped me in a few ways. For one, I wasn't isolating. I was around people, not sitting at home in my house, going to like a dark place. Even if they weren't all my best friends, I was just out around people, connecting with people. Jiu-jitsu, you're getting choked, you're getting your arm ripped off in an arm bar. So I like that because it takes your mind away from what you're thinking about. And these are more things after the initial pain, but these are things that really helped me to, get through it and feel like I'm progressing. Okay, even if this is all crashing here, at least I'm gaining a skill such as martial arts. And I'm connecting with all these new people. Maybe I make new friends. So these are just a few of the things. Watching what you eat, what you drink. You don't want to go out and get, wasted. Cool, man. Screw them. Let's go party. Let's get wasted and act like idiots. That's not going to help. A couple glasses of wine, couple drinks can help in that first stage to bring you down. But, you don't want to turn into an alcoholic. You don't want to go down that route. I'm not saying you can't go out and grab a drink with somebody. I'm just saying don't get all crazy. You don't want to get crazy, DUI, DWI, you start doing things or turning into someone you never wanted to be anyways. And I think with pain, the thing to realize is it's a process. I always tell my buddies that get divorced after me, like, hey, it's just going to kind of suck for like a few months for, especially the first 2. And I'm in some like divorce men's groups on Facebook just to give people tips. And it's just like, I'm going out of my mind. What do I do? And it's like, you can't feel this right now, but you're going to be okay. And just keep in mind, it's going to suck for a little bit and there's not a whole lot you can do. And through all these steps and processes, which could take a month, they could take 6 months, it's to help alleviate the pain, so you don't have that, you don't go to that dark place. You don't feel those dark things and get swallowed up into it where you just turn into this hardened person. You turn into this bitter, always sad person. And I'm not saying it's going to go away. I mean, my friend committing suicide on his birthday, on the sort of anniversary of when it happened, I'm always going to think about it. I can remember the good parts to that, but this is to help pain not rule your life. And it's very practical. Counseling's also good. You may have to do some other types of healing, some other things and processing. I'm just giving you the, 12 practical steps to make it suck less, not perfect it. If this is speaking to you at all, check out the book. I'll put it in the description, and I'm going to be putting more content out, more specific content related to pain. How do we deal with pain? Physical pain that can, cause psychological pain and issues, pain that happens. So you don't just, you don't want to get crushed by life. I always feel like life's always swinging. And if you're not, swinging back, blocking, whatever you want to call it, you're just getting knocked out. And we don't want to just bounce around and react to life. And that's what I see a lot of people doing. And keep in mind, I wrote all these things based on things I've done right and wrong. So some of this comes from my own mistakes. I don't have it all together. I wrote this book. It was therapeutic for me to get through my own pain and remember, how do I get through this stuff? I've been here before, and it was really helpful for me. Writing's another aspect that can be really helpful. So anyways, hope this is making sense. And if you enjoy this and you think it's something that can be useful to you, feel free to subscribe. More stuff is going to be coming out. Check the description, grab the book, and I've got more books on the way. So I hope this helps you a little bit to get through your pain. And just remember, you're not alone. I've been through it. When you really talk to people, almost everyone's been through some crazy pain. A friend of mine was in a plane crash and he lived and had all these issues. And I remember him telling me that just when people reach out, so many people have gone through something. So remember, right now, you're not alone. Pick up the book, Kindle, Amazon, if you're really in a tough spot and just want some tips, and start connecting with people. Join some like-minded Facebook groups of people going through crisis. Talk to other people who've been through something, like people who've been divorced dads. It's almost like, oh, you're in the club. Oh, is your divorce final? What's your parenting plan? It's almost like you're instant friends. And avoid fake, just yes friends that don't even process their own lives, and they're just going to give you stupid advice. Keep those people at a healthy distance. This is the time where you need to work on yourself and rebuild. So anyhow, link in the description, subscribe, more good stuff is coming, more books on the way, and I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll be sharing more soon.